Alright, folks, it won't matter if you type in chat because I can't see it. Doesn't do you any good. So we're gonna talk about Shannon Alvarado here. She made another account. See, I'm going through hell and I'm trying to get help stopping the fucking abuse from Chris Stafford and all these other assholes. And does Shannon Alvarado give a fuck? No, she doesn't. She just wants to get on and type about how great she is and how wonderful she is and about how perfect she is and about how she could never do any wrong. And I don't give a fuck. I know better. I don't give a fuck about any of her goddamn bullshit. What I care about is turning in the abuse by Kara Johnson Miles and the Bollinger family. What I care about is getting a stop put to this fucking abuse. After all these fucking years of fucking assaults, when has Shannon Alvarado done anything that is not fucking selfish? Even the things that seem unselfish are completely fucking selfish. She doesn't use her fucking brain because she doesn't fucking have one. She drank the thing away. I needed a real friend or family member, and I didn't have one. I had a bunch of fakes who wanted to tell me what to do, what to think, and what to feel with no mind for my ability to do so. Meanwhile, all of them had friends and family, and I had what? Nothing, not a goddamn thing. People who take advantage of me. That's it. They're only my friend when I have something they can take from me. And when I no longer have things they can take, we're no longer friends, isn't that right? Shannon once typed about how she never took a penny from me. It doesn't matter that she didn't take a penny from me. She made my life fucking hell while I was there and after I left, because all she wants to do is fucking throw a tantrum because I told the truth. She's exactly like Natalie Bollinger. Natalie Bollinger, Alicia Bollinger, both junkies that don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about other human beings or what they have to go through. Shannon Alvarado wants to repeatedly type about how she's got compassion. No, she just wants to come on and fucking bully. And pretend like she gives a shit. Pretend like she's gonna. No, she is not fucking gonna. She has had all this time to help turn in Kara Johnson Miles, and to this day has literally never tried. Shannon Alvarado should not have kids. Let me tell you about Shannon Alvarado. She got a hold of me after Natalie died. And when she got a hold of me, I really needed a friend. My friends had all turned out to be fake pieces of shit. Saying they're gonna, but never coming through. Shannon Alvarado was trying to defend me on Facebook, sort of, but she didn't know what was going on. So I tried to tell her what was going on. She and Mandy Hughes are two people that have gone out of their way to slander me and these Natalie Bollinger groups because they're angry with me for telling the truth. They never tried to help me turn in the predators. No matter whatever else they want to brag about they did, they literally never once ever made a single goddamn attempt at any point in time to turn in the predators. Ever. Shannon Alvarado, after Kara Johnson Miles had pretended to be an autism advocate for months, she was supposedly going to help me and help Miss Shelley and Miss Danica so that we could get safe. Put a stop to this. She was going to be a go-between. Turned out she wasn't. She was just somebody messing with my head with the Bollinger family. And although Shannon Alvarado did catch it, she threw a fucking tantrum about it because I wouldn't immediately block Kara Johnson Miles. I wanted to look at the fucking evidence first. But Shannon Alvarado wasn't okay with that. She's never okay with that. We have to do what Shannon wants when Shannon wants it. Anybody who disagrees with Shannon is a horrible person, and Shannon will make their life a living hell. And how dare you say anything about her alcoholism? Now, because she was promising me that she was going to help, and she cared about me, and she understood all about autism. Meanwhile, she doesn't listen to anyone. She's a selfish, self-centered person. Here I am, Tillamook, Oregon. People are smashing rocks through my window, and all she wants to do is talk about what a wonderful person she is. She's not. My experience at her place was fucking hell. It sucked. It's not an experience I wanted to repeat. Listening to her, instead of helping me like she said she would, she screams at her boyfriend until fucking butt crack way too goddamn early in the morning. Keeping everybody the fuck awake. Everybody. Nobody gets to sleep when Shannon Alvarado is fucking drinking and screaming. Well, let's not talk about the visit to her place. Let's talk about what led up to it. She was going to help me to turn in the abuse that was going on, but then she couldn't stop talking. Finally, I literally had to yell at her. Shannon, stop making the same suggestion 30 times like I heard you. Okay, I fucking heard you, Shannon. I heard you. Now let me finish, please. Your quick fix is not going to fix it. The help that I need is for someone to look at the fucking evidence and help me to turn it in. I don't understand why. Holy shit! Do I have to teach you how to wipe your ass? I was way nicer to her than I should have been. Now, she literally never, ever once made a single attempt. Out of all of the crimes that she saw happening, she never made a single attempt to turn in a single one. None of them. Through all of that shit in Colorado. Instead, she let me get treated like I was a schizophrenic who made it up. And to this day, no matter how many arguments we have on fucking YouTube, I get treated like I'm a goddamn schizophrenic. Because she is a piece of shit. All she does is talk over me and treat me like shit. And then tell me how she has compassion and about how she fed me and put a roof over my head. Well, shit, I didn't need you to do that shit. I needed you to help me to turn in Kara Johnson Miles. That's not fucking rocket science. To this day, what does Shannon Alvarado want to do? Is she making any attempt to turn in Kara Johnson Miles, or is she just typing about herself, about how great she is? She was typing in the screenshot there. You can see there was over 800 views of that one live video. The one right before this, as a matter of fact. Shannon Alvarado wanted to get in there after I blocked her on multiple accounts, told her to leave me the hell alone over and over and over again. But just like any creepy-ass goddamn stalker, she can't take no for an answer. Just like Chris Stafford. Just like Andrew Wolnez. I said no. But Shannon Alvarado doesn't give a fuck about my boundaries. If I tell her that dangling a snake in my face will get me to jump off of a building, she'll dangle a snake in my face. I want to believe otherwise, but I have been shown that, yeah, that's exactly how Shannon Alvarado is always going to be. It's about her. She's literally never going to help turn in the situation with Kara Johnson Miles or those head games. What she wants is attention and gratification. And she doesn't care how she gets it or who gets hurt, obviously. She's going to type about how she has compassion. No, she doesn't. If she had compassion, she'd shut her mouth and listen to the actual fucking victim instead of talking over the actual fucking victim. If she had some fucking compassion, she'd help turn in the goddamn abuse instead of trying to make everything about her. While I'm out here taking this hell from Chris Stafford and a lot of other people, years after she could have put a stop to it by helping to turn it in with me. Yes, there's a fucking process. We have to process the evidence, and we got to send it in through the internet if we're fucking miles and miles away. If we're close, we can turn it in person. But you have to go through the evidence first, and Shannon Alvarado wasn't looking at evidence. She was busy with her crazy cockamamie goddamn schemes. For conspiracy theories. Well, you know, maybe this and maybe that, and the same thing. Same exact thing with Mandy Hughes. But Mandy Hughes actually got some active involvement, sort of. She, like many other people who were not interested in actually helping me, they just wanted to pretend that they were going to. I had to wait a really super long time for them to make any effort whatsoever at understanding my situation, actually understanding it. If you don't help me turn it in, I can't. But Kara Johnson Miles, sorry, not Kara Johnson Miles, Mandy Hughes, no matter what, there's some excuse, always the last minute. Always some excuse why she couldn't keep her word. Always some excuse why she couldn't help to turn in the abuse at the last minute. But she's gonna. She literally never did. She literally never tried. Over and over again, she was gonna help me, and then at the last minute, nope. Why don't I trust her? Because she's dishonest. Shannon Alvarado, this day, has never made any attempt to turn in any of the crimes that she saw. And she's made numerous accounts to harass me. She's been blocked repeatedly. Then she wants to fight for my attention when I'm trying to get help stopping abuse. She wants to get on and fight for my attention and fight for yours. She wants to be the center of attention. It's all about her. Poor Shannon. Except she's not being assaulted. She doesn't have to deal with this shit every goddamn day like I do. She's not forced into homelessness. She's not separated from literally all of her friends and loved ones. She gets to see her son. I don't get to see any of my friends or family. Because all the people who could have done something to help put a stop to this literally did nothing but get drunk, get fucked up on drugs, and fucking argue. That's not compassion. That's selfishness. The worst kind of selfishness. When somebody is going through this hell and you're literally not listening to a word they're saying, you're just going to talk over them and treat them like shit. Shannon Alvarado is 100% to blame for her making zero effort to turn in Kara Johnson Miles. As a result, many months later, I literally had to threaten the President of the United States to try to turn in that goddamn evidence because Shannon Alvarado is a selfish goddamn cunt. It would have taken her 10 minutes to make a fucking phone call with me and fucking try to turn that shit in when it first fucking happened. But no, she wanted to argue because she's a fucking alcoholic. She's the worst kind of alcoholic. She's allowed to yell and scream, but I'm not. How dare I? Dan Favorite wanted to treat me like shit because I yelled at Shannon. Well, how fucking dare I, right? If a man yells at a woman, it means that he's being abusive. If a woman yells at a man, it means what? It's not abusive when a woman does it? God, there's just too much trash in here. This is my life. Having to try to depend on alcoholics and drug addicts out here on the streets. Or drug addicts and alcoholics in web sleuth groups. But no real help. No actual assistance in real life the way that I need. No, it's the way that other people want to, even though it's a waste of fucking time. How is moving my shit 30 fucking times help? You know what would have helped? What would have helped is if Shannon Alvarado, instead of fucking arguing and being a fucking bitch after Joseph Michael Lopez court date, instead of making it about her and being selfish and yelling at me when I am in a fucking crisis like a fucking piece of shit, and she does it every fucking time. Like, the worse crisis that I'm in, the more she has to demand fucking attention and be a bitch and be a fucking shitty person towards me and throw fucking tantrums at me. How much of that do you think I can fucking handle the whole time I was at her fucking place? I was on pins and fucking needles because I saw how she treated Rick the whole fucking time I was there. Literally anything except looking at evidence. Literally anything except listening to me. Finding out what's going on. I went to Shannon Alvarado's in November of 2018. If she had helped me to turn in Kara Johnson Miles all the way back in, what was it, May of 2018, we could have turned in the whole Bollinger family. We could have put a stop to all of this. But you know what? We couldn't, because Shannon Alvarado is a selfish piece of shit. If you're not coming forward with what you know, you don't get to fucking come on here and have an opinion and berate and bully me. Shannon Alvarado's a shitty fucking person. Wants to type about how she's got compassion. Meanwhile, you get to see, it's obvious. We've had conversations about Kara Johnson Miles and the situation there. And every fucking time Shannon Alvarado makes excuses. And there are so many conversations with Shannon that I wish I could post up that I didn't get to record because, of course, I have to fight 10 times harder just to have fucking electricity on my goddamn phone. When I got housing in Nebraska after Natalie's death, did Shannon Alvarado help me? No, she was too busy throwing a tantrum because I told the truth. When I went to the hospital in Longmont, I was there less than 20 hours. They were supposed to take me there to make a police report. A police report in August over all the stuff that had happened with Natalie, that had accumulated over all that time. I literally had to threaten the President of the United States, folks. Because friends like Kara Johnson Miles, oh, wait, she wasn't a friend. Friends like Shannon Alvarado, oh, wait, she wasn't a friend either. None of these women had the intention of helping me. All of them had the intention of playing head games. They showed that by doing nothing but bringing fucking drama to the table. Not once did any of these pieces of shit bother with helping to turn it in. How many pieces of evidence did I send to Shannon Alvarado because she was going to help? She was going to help. She was going to help. She was a goddamn liar. If she was going to help, it wouldn't have taken her 10 minutes to try to help turn it in. It wouldn't have taken her 10 minutes to start posting the evidence that I sent her up. But she didn't give a shit and still doesn't. She wants to type about how great and compassionate she is. She's not great and she's not compassionate. She's a fucking alcoholic and that's it. As long as she's going to act like an alkie, she's going to get treated like an alkie. All she's doing is coming back and harassing me and fucking bullying me over and fucking over, making fake accounts to fucking do it again because she was fucking blocked. Do you guys fucking like that? You don't like being blocked? Well, help me turn in Kara Johnson Miles. That's pretty fucking simple. Don't turn it into a fucking argument. Don't try to make it into an opportunity for you to berate and fucking bully me, you piece of shit. The reason that I fucking curse about you fucking cunts online is because you won't let me say it like a person, in person, without treating me like hell. How dare I tell you how I feel? How dare I? How dare I tell you how the things that you're doing are harmful to me? How dare I? All of these people who had an opportunity to help put a stop to this, what did they do instead? They got drunk, got fucked up on drugs, chased pussy, chased dick, literally anything except listening. All of them wanted to say, well, if you tried this, if you tried that, shut the fuck up with your suggestions. Find out what's going on. I don't need suggestions. I need a friend or family member who actually gives a shit to fucking listen, to fucking look at evidence, and to help to turn it the fuck in. How many people used the state that they're in as an excuse not to come forward? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm in Nebraska. Yes, it does. You can come forward from anywhere. I can only subpoena 100 miles away. Meanwhile, you tell me I'm unsafe, so I should move elsewhere. To where? You think I can outrun the fucking internet, you fucking tards? Shannon Alvarado was going to help turn in that situation with the Bollingers, but she never did. Then she was going to help turn in that situation with Kara Johnson Miles, and she literally never did. To this day, never tried. Wanted to keep on telling me to call places, and then ask me if you called this place, if you called that place. She wanted to keep on telling me to call a place in Durango, a newspaper in Durango. You should call this newspaper in Durango. Then later on, she tells me, oh, I called that newspaper in Durango. I tried telling the newspaper in Durango by myself. Literally all of you literally ignore that one simple instruction. With me. Not for me, but with me. Be informed. That way they can't pull the wool over your eyes. A lot of people are harming me over things that Shannon Alvarado could have cleared up in 2018. In 2018, Kara Johnson Miles was pulling that shit. Joseph Michael Lopez court date. By the way, any one of my friends could have gone to the Joseph Michael Lopez court date with me and helped me to turn in those crimes. But they didn't. Kara Johnson Miles lives in Texas. I literally had to light a fire and threaten the President of the United States in desperation because Shannon Alvarado in all of that goddamn time did not give a fuck and still does not give a fuck how much abuse I go through. She just wants to talk. She could help turn in the situation with Kara Johnson Miles. But all she wants to do is get drunk and talk about how much compassion she has. Meanwhile, she dressed up as a fucking Nazi for Halloween. That's pretty fucking creepy. She has a Nazi uniform in her fucking closet. That's creepy. She's got Chucky dolls all over her fucking house. That's creepy. When I had to go to the hospital, that's right, I had to light a fire and threaten the President of the United States and then post about it online and then go park at a parking lot in Longmont that I said that I would go park at and wait on the police. And I went and parked there and I waited on the police. I couldn't wait on fucking Shannon Alvarado to finally come forward because she wasn't going to, ever. She has shown that she is literally never going to. She does the maybe this. No, fuck your maybes. If a woman tells you maybe, she means she's not going to, and she's just gonna fuck with your head. That goes especially for severe alcoholics like Shannon Alvarado. I had to flee the state of Colorado because of systemic abuse and rampant violence. I had to give up everything in my life because Shannon Alvarado couldn't do anything except make excuses to literally never come forward. Oh, I can't. I'm in California. Well, you get to see in August of 2018. Let's count the months here. We'll just go from the court date with Joseph Michael Lopez. May to June, June to July, July to August. That's 3 months there. 3 months that Shannon Alvarado could have come forward and did not. And that's what resulted, not just her, not just Shannon Alvarado. There's also Dan Fabert and a lot of other people who claimed that they would help. Dan Fabert wanted to throw tantrums at me because I yelled at Shannon. Well, if Shannon would shut the fuck up and listen, I wouldn't have to. She doesn't have any compassion. She's selfish. When it come to her friend Marnie, over and over again, every time she told me about her friend Marnie and how she needed help, I'd post up again and again and again, and I asked her to share evidence. I get fucking crickets. I ask her to fucking call in with me. I get fucking crickets. Sure, she gives me the promises, but she doesn't follow through. I've told her to leave me the fuck alone repeatedly because of that. Instead of following through, she calls me up drunk, wanting to tell me how compassionate she is again. Just like Teresa Orrin wanting to call me up and talk about her dead goddamn husband again. That doesn't help. When I'm trying to tell you about my abuse, and everything that I tell you makes you want to tell me a fucking hour-long story, you're not helping. Shannon Alvarado once typed that I'm mean. Well, I'm mean. I really am. I'm mean because of pieces of shit like Shannon Alvarado. Pieces of shit who had ample time and ample fucking opportunity. And all she did was take advantage of me. Now, before you go pretending that financial abuse is the only type of abuse, you're wrong about that. Before you go trying to pretend that sexual abuse is the only type of abuse, you're wrong about that. Shannon Alvarado wants clout. She never cared about turning in the abuse. She showed that through her actions, through her decisions, through her arguments. Now, between admitting that she fucked up and she's not perfect, and doing something to rectify the situation by helping to turn in Kara Johnson Miles, what does she want to do? She wants to make fake account after fake account to get on and harass me. No, not fucking okay. Not fucking okay. When your friend is being abused, you help your friend stop the abuse. You don't lie to them about helping to stop it and procrastinate and make everything about you and how wonderful a person you are, how compassionate you are. Oh, you put a roof over my head, but you never came forward about the abuse. If you'd have come forward about the abuse, I never would have needed that roof that you shove in my face like somehow magically. That makes it okay that your cunt ass never came forward. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of the assaults. I am sick of being stalked. I'm sick of being harassed. I'm sick of people hitting me. I'm sick of them threatening to kill my friends and family. I'm sick of them putting rocks through my window and popping my tires and fucking beating on me. I'm tired of people trying to capitalize on the abuse that I have to go through every day. I'm fucking tired of it. I'm tired of people pretending to be my friend, but doing not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing to help stop the abuse. All they want to do is focus on housing. But you guys want to get on here and you want to be butthurt. I shouldn't have to do this online. I shouldn't have to do this on fucking YouTube. Since Natalie Bollinger's death in 2017, I've had to take pretty much nonstop abuse from the public, from the police, from people who claimed that they were my friends. It's fucking hell. And then we got this asshole who wants to ask if bro is tweaking. I'm not your bro, bitch. I'm a fucking victim of long-term abuse. But you guys bully me for it. You bully me for having a fucking trauma reaction to fucking long-term abuse and neglect. Shannon Alvarado to this day has made zero effort to address the issue with fucking Kara Johnson goddamn Miles. Zero effort. All she wants to do is talk about how compassionate she is. She's fucking not. She just wants someone to be mean to. Well, I mean back. I'm tired of people fucking taking advantage of me. I got a guy right now. He's nice, sure. But he wants to capitalize on this situation. He'll help me get a bank account. But he wants to be a dual account so he can make a profit. He doesn't care that I'm being abused. He just wants to make a profit. That doesn't fucking help me. No, we're not making a fucking profit off my YouTube channel. See, this guy claimed that he wanted to help me, but if he's gonna help me, he needs to help stop the abuse, not try to fucking make money off my goddamn YouTube channel. Now you notice here that it's pretty much just a bunch of fucking pieces of shit that get on my channel. A bunch of people who try to turn all the hell that I'm going through into some excuse for them to get fucking turned into butthurt little bitches. You're not the one taking this fucking abuse. If you actually want to help, you can send me a message to doggedroman@gmail.com. Try talking to me one-on-one. Try acknowledging me as a human being, one-on-one. We're gonna block this dipshit because there shouldn't be any children on my channel. And I don't give a fuck if children hear me. They need to hear the truth. But they should stay the fuck off my channel. I'm not interested in interacting with. I'm interested in getting help, stopping the abuse, stopping the assaults. And no, you're not here for me. So what am I doing right now? Getting rid of the bullies, some bullies, right? No, I'm just getting rid of them, getting them off my fucking channel. Shannon Alvarado's not going to bother to look in the comment section of this. She doesn't give a fuck. She keeps making fake accounts to harass me. It has nothing to do with turning in the abuse. She just wants to harass me. Tell me about how much compassion she has. How much I owe her for her compassion. She's a selfish piece of shit.